have enough money to retire other people's families, not even just your own. And you sit here and you still want to like push and do weird things for profit that can get you in hot water. Why? You're Mr. Beast. You really need to be clickbaiting people at 400 million subscribers? Is that what you need to be doing? Come on, bro. You don't need to have a Feastable bar ad in every video. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Trey Tab. I'm a React content creator / streamer. I like to react to different things, whether that be TikTok, YouTube, drama nonsense, or basketball in the modern NBA, because I love me some basketball. You can find me streaming as well, playing video games with the homies, and also just yapping it up. So if that's something you're into as well, please stop by. Today, we're reacting to MrBeast is in huge trouble again by Internet Anarchist. So let's see what's going on.
When you're a creator as big and recognizable as MrBeast, it becomes near impossible to avoid controversial situations. However, how on earth does a harmless video about exploring ancient culture escalate into a lawsuit-riddled scandal involving not just national agencies, but the president of an entire country?
Jesus
A
Christ.
popular YouTuber is now being criticized.
Why'd they use this picture of him? They are not fucking with MrBeast. Got shit in his teeth. Come on, bro.
For filming in some of Mexico's most important archaeological sites. Mexico's president is asking for details on the permit and warned that there may be sanctions if that permit was violated.
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be going over the recent events behind one of MrBeast's most unexpected controversies, how it all started, why people are mad at Jimmy, and what the real details about the lawsuit actually are. On the 10th of May 2025, Jimmy published a video titled "I Explored 2,000-Year-Old Ancient Temples," in which he and his crew visited the ancient Chichen Itza temple and several other archaeological sites in Mexico.
Exploring dozens of ancient temples, all of which hide ancient Mayan secrets from the world deep underground.
Navigating underground tombs to inspecting artifacts, Jimmy's team made a conscious effort to take the video beyond flashy entertainment and provided educational insights about the culture viewers might not have known otherwise.
Now that we're at the end, you said you had a surprise.
Yes, this has been found in the last 2 decades.
Oh, whoa, what?
It is a funerary mask. And this is the face of one of the kings of the...
Whoa, what? Okay. Alright, Jimmy. Alright. I think he understands that his fan base is a lot of children. I don't... I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hate, man. He's the biggest YouTuber in the world, so... Obviously, what he's doing is making him money, but man, it's cringe. But hey, maybe I need to be more cringe, huh? Maybe instead of me being more just normal, why don't I be more cringe? Let's pull in some more views. Maybe Jimmy's onto something.
The Snake Kingdom.
The Mayans used masks like this one to shield those that have passed away from dangers on their journey to the underworld. Can I hold it?
Yes.
This was made over 8,000 years ago.
Yes.
Which means my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents weren't even alive. Why is this not in a museum? Why is a YouTuber holding this? Get this away from me. Take it, take it.
Don't tell anybody.
Okay, I totally won't show 200 million people.
Culturally significant sites like these are often highly restricted areas that even most archaeologists...
God, that is... I'm sorry. That's a bit of a flex. That's nasty. That's nasty. To be like, I know that I have at least 50% of my fan base interacting with my content. But I got 400 million subscribers. So even at 50% of my fan base interacting, I still have probably 3 times the amount of fucking people interacting with my shit than the next YouTuber below me. Holy fuck. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to glaze. I just want to point out the levels to this shit, bro. The amount of money this man must have. This is... I don't even know how it's possible to even get that big on YouTube. I remember when PewDiePie passed over 100 million. And I remember just sitting there going, that is crazy. I don't think there's ever going to be a YouTuber that's going to be able to compare to this. And then here comes MrBeast, the man that literally started his channel by filming himself count to 1 million. Just so you guys know, that is how MrBeast started his channel. He made videos of himself counting to 1 million, recorded it, and put it on YouTube. That's it. Fucking crazy.
aren't even given access to. However, for some reason, Jimmy was seemingly given privileged access to the area, something he made sure to point out in the video.
It's actually a pyramid built on top of a pyramid. So the deeper we go in, the older things get. Be careful, boys.
So sketchy, Jimmy.
Can't believe the government letting us do this. It really is crazy. Not even archaeologists are allowed to go back.
However, there were parts of the area Jimmy's team couldn't set foot in.
At the top of this pyramid is a temple so sacred to the locals that no one is allowed up there. Out of respect for the culture and all the people who hold this very sacred, we are not going to touch the temple.
As unassuming as the video and its contents might have been, it was about to spiral into a much larger controversy that no one, not even Jimmy, could have seen coming. By the 15th of May 2025, Mexico's National Institute of Anthropology and History, otherwise known as INAH, released the following statement about Jimmy's latest video on Twitter. Regarding the video released by YouTuber MrBeast, we are pleased that YouTubers and all the young people around the world appreciate the value of our ancestral civilizations. What the INAH strongly condemns is that there are those who take advantage of the goodwill of institutions to commit abuses. Furthermore, the INAH condemns those who, for commercial gain and private profit, dare to distort the value of archaeological sites, which are a legacy of our indigenous cultures and the pride of our nation. Following this, the INAH points out their major concerns with Jimmy's video and outlined the steps they'd be taking to correct these issues. Reading, the permit issued to Full Circle Media, representing MrBeast, did not authorize the publication of false information or the use of images from archaeological sites to advertise trademarks for private profit. The nation's heritage, which is public by nature, cannot be exploited by commercial enterprises. For this reason, the INAH has filed an administrative lawsuit against the production company, demanding compensation for damages and a public retraction for failure to comply with the terms of the permit's issue.
Okay, so MrBeast, that's one thing I don't understand is when you have so much money, why like push boundaries? Am I saying what he did was absolutely crazy? No, but it's still kind of fucked up. They're saying that MrBeast lied and put out false information and images in order to like sell a product. I'm assuming maybe it was a fucking MrBeast bar. I don't understand when you're on this level. You're on this insane level. You have enough money to retire other people's families, not even just your own. And you sit here and you still want to like push and do weird things for profit that can get you in hot water. Why? I don't get it.
Issued in good faith by the institution. At a first glance, this post seems incredibly damning for Jimmy and raises questions about how his team violated the terms of agreement with INAH. Was it because the video was monetized? Did the ad—
If it's true, by the way. I don't want to shit on Jimmy. What I said was true. This is just to rich people in general and people like MrBeast. But as far as like, because Internet Anarchist is good at like showing evidence for shit. If MrBeast actually like made up false information and shit, because we were going off the post, they were a government organization. I wouldn't see, the reason I was more keen to believe in them than just some random person on Twitter is because I don't understand why a government organization would lie about that. But we'll see what, like, if there's any like water to the accusation being held towards Jimmy. But regardless, my statement still stands, bro. When you're making as much money as you are, don't find yourself in hot water. Just do tame shit. There's no reason to lie anymore at this point. If you're on the up and coming, you shouldn't be lying. But I can understand why these up and coming people will lie and get themselves in hot water. It's fucked up. That's why I don't. I try to be as genuine as I possibly fucking can. Because fuck it, why would I need to? You know? I'm just trying to bank it off my genuinity. But when it comes to other people, I can see why they do it. Fast money, get the money fast. But then the consequence of getting caught will get you in trouble. But when you're as big as you are, at that point, you're golden, so I don't see the reason to be lying. But again, let's see if there's actually, like, water to hold to these accusations.
Advertisement in the video counters private profit, or perhaps the problem wasn't with Jimmy's video presentation at all. A few days before the INAH made that statement on Twitter, they published a press release regarding how the video was filmed and regulated. Reading, the visit and recording that took place in the archaeological zones was carried out in accordance with requests made formally by the Federal Tourism Secretariat and the governments of the two states mentioned. In addition to this, they corrected some of the misrepresented facts Jimmy made during the video. Reading, in the case of Chichen Itza, we clarify that no drone flight was made inside El Castillo. As falsely mentioned in the video, this flight was made outside the structure. Obviously, the video has extensive audio-visual post-production work and alludes to events that did not occur, such as the—
See, that's not good for you, Jimmy. See, this is what I'm talking about, Jimmy, my boy. Why lie about that? If anything, people would just have more respect for you. Just be honest about it. I get it. You clickbait. You do shit that's going to make people watch your video. But if you never flew the drone inside of the... Because I'm guessing he flew the drone up there and tried to fly it inside because, you know, their culture says you're not allowed to be in there. But I'm assuming, just like anybody else would assume, that that statement is not going to fly with adults. That statement will fly with kids. Oh, that makes sense. But if you're an adult watching MrBeast, you're probably sitting there going... Okay, wait, if their culture doesn't allow you to go inside, why would they think it's okay for you to fly a camera up there and see what's inside? It's the same damn thing. But hey, when you're a kid, you kind of fall for that. But you know that, Jimmy. You know that, Jimmy. So if you never flew the drone inside of that site, why lie to your fans and say that you did? You know? Just be honest and be like, hey, I wanted to fly the drone inside of this site, but they would not let me, so I flew it around. It's a really cool culture. I showed you guys a lot of other footage of shit that I've done. I'm not going to ruin this video by lying about me flying a drone inside of a temple that I can't even go inside of anyway. So I'm not going to do that. Like, why? This is what I don't get, bro. Because now you're in hot water for no reason. You did not have to be in this controversy. You decided to drop yourself in this controversy so you can get a few extra clicks when you already have 400 million subscribers, and even if only half of your audience follows that subscription service, 200 million people are watching your shit. Like, come on. Bro, come on. You're MrBeast. You really need to be clickbaiting people at 400 million subscribers? Is that what you need to be doing? You need to be lying at 400 million subscribers? If that's the case, god damn, bro. That is sad.
One that the producers never descended from a helicopter, nor did they spend the night within the archaeological zone, or have any mask in their possession. Pre-Hispanic, because the one they present is clearly contemporary reproduction. All of them are false assertions that obey the theatricality of the YouTuber in question. Even the governor of Campeche came out with a statement affirming Jimmy's adherence to regulations, reading, "MrBeast's team acted at all times with utmost responsibility and respect toward our ancestral heritage. All necessary permits and legal procedures were duly processed and authorized by the INAHMX, who were present during the filming alongside Sector Campeche and the government of Campeche." All of this would lead one to believe that the lawsuit wasn't filed because of anything Jimmy did personally, but rather some mistakes on the part of the associated production company, Full Circle Media. However, this didn't stop people from assuming Jimmy was part of the lawsuit or criticizing him for entering the archaeological site in the first place.
Now, adding to the controversy, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum herself has requested clarification on the conditions under which MrBeast and his crew were granted access to these historically significant locations. But the core of the dispute lies in the alleged commercial exploitation of these sites. In fact, throughout the video, MrBeast is seen promoting his own brand of snacks, even referring to them as Mayan approved. And the Institute asserts that the permit granted to Full Circle...
Come on, Jimmy. Is things Jimmy doing absolutely terrible? Should he be canceled forever for this? No. But it just goes back to what I told you guys earlier. This is just unnecessary hot water that you don't need to be in for some extra clicks. I don't understand it, bro. You're rich. You're rich, bitch. Why are you doing this?
Media was solely for filming purposes and did not extend to the promotion of private brands. The sentiment is echoed by locals in the region. And in Merida, the capital of Yucatan state, residents, including tour guides, have voiced their disapproval for the preferential access seemingly granted to the YouTuber.
With the media cycle in full swing and criticism coming in every direction, Jimmy had two choices. Either 1, let things run their course and let the controversy die down on its own, or 2, speak up and clarify the situation. Fortunately for Jimmy, he chose the latter. But would that be enough to convince those who already assumed he was in the wrong? By the 18th of May 2025, Jimmy tweeted out the following statement defending his visit to the ancient Mayan temples, reading, "I've seen a lot of stories about our recent video in Mexico and wanted to clear some false things being said. We did this video to get people all over the world excited to learn more about their culture. Much like we did with our pyramids video, we are not and never have been sued by them, lol. That is false, and it saddens me to see people spreading lies. We filmed with full permits, followed guidelines, had representatives from government agencies following us, Mexican archaeologists to make sure we were accurate, and representatives from sites to ensure we were following the rules." To fully get his point across, Jimmy included several statements from the governor that support the stance of no lawsuit being filed against him, reading, "This material, by the way, was produced with respect and professionalism. I'm surprised that, on the other hand, the Ministry of Culture wants to sanction the production for its adaptations for an international youth and children's audience, which are typical characteristics of visual literature. These adaptations do not violate current law." Regarding concerns about the advertising featured in the video, Jimmy made it clear that all government agencies were aware of the Feastables ad, and everything in the video was pre-approved. He also shared a few extra details that show the visit had other positive impacts on the surrounding communities beyond mere exposure, reading, "They were aware of us mentioning Feastables in the video, but for the respect of the sites, it was filmed off-site from any national monuments."
I just don't... Jimmy, who gives a fuck about your Feastable bar? Like, is it that hard? Does every single video have to have your Feastable bar in it? You don't think we know you got the Feastable bar? Like, we get it. You upload videos a lot. If you're gonna do one about Mayan culture and shit like that, why not just have it fully based on that? You would get more respect. Why not just have a video where you have none of your ads on it, okay? People know who you are. People know you're MrBeast. Still get the money from the ad revenue, through the views. Get money through views, I should say. But why don't you make a video, right? That's like, hey, out of respect for the Mayan culture, I'm not going to fucking promote. I'm not going to promote the MrBeast bar. I'm not going to promote anything MrBeast. You know who I am, so I'm promoting myself with my face. Let's respect the Mayan culture. Let's go around and show you guys really cool things, and we'll do that with this video. And in my next video, I'll make 1 million ads in that one. How about that? You can afford it. Come on, bro. You don't need to have a Feastable bar ad in every video.
The dinner scene where I made the Feastables joke was not near any Mayan temples. We also never planned on sharing this, but as always, my hand is forced by false headlines. Behind the scenes, we funded wells and water projects in the state. I've also been working with INAH on a fund to support local Mexican archaeology and new discoveries, because I wanted to help spread the culture as a thanks for allowing us to film. While it seems Jimmy wouldn't be facing any direct legal action, the same couldn't be said for the production company he collaborated with, as the INAH stated the following a day later. The administrative legal procedure against the legal entity Full Circle Media, SADCV, due to the violation of the terms of the permit for the production of a documentary video titled MrBeast, I Spent 100 Hours Exploring the Mayan Jungle, was notified to the company on May 14th of the current year. The YouTuber used the permit to make another promotional video for his MrBeast Feastables chocolate and other commercial brands such as Walmart, 7-Eleven, Kroger, and Albertsons. This constitutes a violation as it created a production different from the one authorized, with commercial purposes and using the archaeological sites to monetize content through digital platforms.
Again, were you trying to do that, MrBeast? Maybe not. I didn't see the video, so I'm not going to fully say yes or no. And I don't know if I can react to a MrBeast video. To be honest, I've never seen anybody react to a MrBeast video. And he's a 400 million subscriber channel, so I bet you people wanted to react to a MrBeast video. And the fact that I haven't seen it, maybe if I go look it up, I'll go look it up after this. Maybe I'll find a couple people, but the fact that I haven't seen it, maybe it shows that you don't like people reacting to your shit. But, Ashton Hall, that fucker copyrighted one of my streams because I watched one of his TikToks, so trust me, I get if you have a lot of money, you want to keep your money, alright. But I don't get why you would, why? Was that Mr. Feastable bar that important to you? I sound like a broken record at this point, but it's just so stupid.
This is prohibited in accordance with the general law of national assets. Naturally, this emerging lawsuit caused some confusion on why INAH was suing the production company even after they had approved the video almost immediately after filming. From Jimmy's earlier statement, it seems the INAH had their agents present during the production and allowed him to include the Feastables ad. So what had changed after the video was released? More importantly, what would the result of the lawsuit mean for the MrBeast brand and the production company that he worked with? The current MrBeast controversy is the perfect example of doing everything right, but still losing the game. From Jimmy's perspective, he had gone through all the necessary red tapes to get the video produced, even going the extra mile to give back to the community he worked with. However, he inevitably ended up getting caught in controversy on a national scale. Could it be that the MrBeast brand is simply so big that it has become a magnet for contention, or was something amiss behind the scenes? Either way, we can only wait to see how the lawsuit progresses and find out whether or not it will negatively impact Jimmy and his team. If you wish to stay updated, make sure you subscribe. When you're a creator as big and...
Stop it. My final thoughts on this, MrBeast he could have kept his ass out of trouble. I get it. I'm not saying, keep in mind, remember what I said. I'm not saying that MrBeast did some wild, disgusting, terrible shit. He deserves to be canceled forever. I'm saying that MrBeast did some stupid shit that he could have avoided by just, I don't know, one video not promoting your shit. Come on, dude. You are filthy rich. Filthy rich. You can go one video without promoting your shit. It's reading the room, Jimmy. You should know how to do that, my guy. Read the room. It's like, hey, I'm making a video about an archaeological site that's very important to people. This is Mayan culture, all that shit. I don't know if it's appropriate to be promoting a chocolate bar in my video. Maybe not this video. I have a bunch of other videos where I do a bunch of other shit where I can promote the bar like crazy. I can go on my Twitter right now and promote it. Let's keep the Mr. Feasible bar out of this video specifically because I don't think it's appropriate. It's just about reading the room. So should MrBeast be canceled and destroyed forever? No. I think he's going to be fine. This was a little bit of an interesting story, but I think at the end of the day, the story just teaches you, listen, read the room, guys. I think this is good because sometimes I be reacting to stuff and it's just clearly disgusting behavior, clearly terrible behavior, clearly the guy's a piece of shit. But I like that we reacted to this because this is a good teaching moment as well when it's like, listen, did MrBeast doing something so fucking heinous? No. But at the end of the day, you have to be smart with how you go about things. It's called reading the room, it's called being smart, and it's called knowing what's the best move moving forward. Use your brain a little bit, guys. Should I put a chocolate bar inside a video that's like primarily based on culture? Imagine you're sitting there and you're watching like the history of the Civil War and you're speaking to like survivors of families who like died in the Civil War, different people who died. It's like, yeah, my great-great-granddad died and it's very depressing and blah 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 blah. It's like, yep, I'm sorry that you went through that. And today our sponsor, coconut vanilla hand sanitizer. 99.9% germs can be destroyed, but don't let them be destroyed, leaving behind that disgusting scent. Smell like coconut vanilla hand sanitizer. Like, what? Like, there's just time and place for everything, you know? So yeah, should Jimmy be destroyed forever? No, but I think it was a good video to kind of react to and understand that no one's saying you gotta be perfect. Just read the room, that's all. Until next time, friends. If you like this type of content, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you want me to react to, and I'll do so. And I will talk to you guys later. See you, deuces.